Of the event, it's actually a record, Lost Justice. Let's get into it. Someone said stars never forget the brilliance. Someone grieved, the sky is shrouded with dark clouds, and the stars cannot be seen. Someone screamed, it's like justice has been swallowed by an unmerciful evil. Many adventurers lost their lives in the battle, and yet the death toll keeps rising. Forgive me, I know words are meaningless, but still I'm sorry, children. As one of the leaders of the group, all I can do is shed tears and howl, but forgive me. Children's souls are no longer here on this ground. There are no spirits to mourn for, and nothing will be blessed. That's a ritual for those living on the surface. For us deities, it's just being emotional. Praying that those souls will reach where they must is the least we can do. We are not even allowed a short moment to give a silent prayer for them. Two days after the seven deadliest days. Open the gates. Why are we locked in here? Let us out of here. The evilists could come back for an attack in any moment. No, there are evilist members outside the gate, or are you surrounded by them? You all must stay here, or we won't be able to protect you. Please bear with us. We are supposed to be the secret agent here and not being in charge of comforting the citizens of the city. Shaki, we have got to do something, or Wyatt will break out. Perhaps that's all part of their plan. Their aim was to keep not just the adventurers, but everyone in the city. Even if we smash our way out of the gate, no doubt a trap will be waiting for us. Anyway, we don't have that kind of strength left. What was that, evilist? Did they throw a bomb from outside the wall? Watch out. They are above the city walls. They have torn a warrior into a prison. The crap is making noises. Things are going too well, and I can't stop laughing. Those foolish townspeople are all gathered at the gate. What shall we do? Attack them the same way from above using magic or whatever? I can't wait to see them drag Finn down. The enemy surrounded Oario. We can't expect any reinforcements from outside the city, and supplies can't get delivered. We can't even let people escape to Melon. Unbelievable. Is this an attrition warfare? Are we already being besieged? We are busy healing the wounded, removing rubble, getting food. Meanwhile, we are out of supplies and adventurers are weakening. Townspeople are like bombs that can be detonated any time, and this situation could be the trigger to turn them against the adventurers. Nothing's more threatening than severe stress. People's confusion can lead to a riot. One day we could get stabbed by those we protect. Lord known, and those who are trying to keep things under control at Milan. But Evilus is giving them a hard time. It's good that most of them are assigned outside the walls surrounding the city instead of attacking the inside. But we are using such a nasty Beth. Are you okay now? How's your wound? I can't just stay in bed all day, plus not having anything to do reminds me of when Alfia knocked me down, and it makes me want to explode. Toughness of the body is the only good thing about me, right? Have you forgotten about what you have once said to me, you wicked Paloom? But I don't want to pretend you're fine when you're not. I won't. So, what's the situation? I've heard about half of what happened, but not how you fought Alfia. The boss of our enemy is Demon Lord Urubis. We also have survivors from Zeus and Hera familiar. So it wasn't only Alfia, Zard was alive too. I feel like I've seen a lot of ghosts lately. Anyway, it's a pure nightmare, especially since I've been tortured by the Proven bitch. Stop it, I've had enough of this. Anyhow, where are the others? It seems they are all out, though. Besides the guild, we have got our base camp set up in the Central Park. It's our main stronghold, or more like our final line of defense. Are you implying that our enemy's aim is the Central Park, or Babel? They are trying to get Babel, the lid of the dungeon, out of the way to let the monsters out, or something like that. Agreed, that would be the quickest way to destroy your warrior. The way they are behaving since the day of the Great Feud pretty much tells us everything. So now we know what our enemy wants, but then why didn't they go for it that night? It was the best time in ever when numbers of deities would be being sent back up. Why didn't they just end a warrior at that time? Let's try to think simple. Our enemy is a level 7, which means that they are like a floor boss in the lower floor. However, the difference is that they are human, which means they are quick. Freya, Familia, and I were all there gathered at the Central Park. What if we were to stand against them with all we have got? There would be more than a slight chance of winning. That is, if you guys were to do whatever it takes. Exactly, we knew Zod well enough, and if we were to fight without worrying about losing lives of the townspeople, we could have won. And if any of us, a first-class adventurer, were to survive, the possibility of defeating them would have gone up. And that's when our enemy decided to play safe. I see they decided to take advantage of the townspeople burdening us down. And his troops could have gone for a guerrilla wolf to cause greater damage. Is there more to this than we can imagine? We are under attack. So they are here, huh? Finn was right about it. What's the location? The industrial district in the northeast of the city. So I'll go Finn on Michelin. We have a shortage of people who can fight. We'll be fine. We already have reviewers headed there. But she still hasn't recovered yet, has she? She's a fragile elf. Don't you think you are being harsh on her? Well, maybe for her life it's a problem, though. Don't go too far. Stop, Ace. That girl with golden hair. Those weird moves. Is she the doll princess? I'll defeat them all. Yes, I get that she can defeat them, but she can't defeat Zod and them. So what the fuck? How are they supposed to turn this around? my allies without even killing anyone. She's neutralizing them all with one hit. Lord, allow my soul to ascend. Why isn't she killing them? The fuck? Finn told me about it. I won't let you explode. She cut my limbs. She slashed them without detonating the bomb. I can't explode. It can't be. I told you to slow down, damn it. Try to understand my feelings a bit. You're dead, Finn. Done. We aren't done yet, you idiot. The city of Aurora is more dangerous than the dungeon now. Try to think before you act. Don't give me that face. You should have listened to me, but you didn't. Why is that? Because I knew I could defeat them all. Why, you little? Plus reveal your hood. That's why I knew I had to do it. I don't want to see you suffer. But you must understand that I feel the same towards you. It'd be devastated to see you getting hurt. It would be worse than getting myself injured. Do not let yourself get used to the smell of blood. Always remember how uncomfortable it is to slay a person. Do not forget that you are dealing with humans and not monsters. Why do humans have to kill each other? Because it's in the nature of humans. I know about Evilus, I've been hearing about them, but we have other enemies to fight against, no? Aren't we supposed to be slaying monsters? Of course, you are absolutely right. We are all fools for slaying bodies of our own kind. Even if I did, it'd be silent like corpses. By the way, you look awful. Would you like a mule? You look like crap too, just so you know. Do we have a solution to the plague? Guys from Dan Shat Familiar helped it to put medicine all over the area. Plus, we have the saint working with us, so it's going to be fine. You must be talking about that little doll. Alright, we are done saving lives here. Let's get going. I want to take a shower, drink some hot soup, and fall asleep. Your last wish can't be granted. So once you're done eating, you're back on patrol again. We didn't really have a rest since the day we fought that insane battle. Keep your head up, Leon. Say something. You're deep in gloom since then, and it's not good for you. Don't keep things to yourself. You'll explode one day. We are almost arriving at the temporary campsite. When we arrive there, we should... Is there a problem? Thought Astrea Familiar was a familiar of justice. Was I wrong? What? Oh, weren't you guys supposed to save us? Weren't you supposed to protect us? Well, you're alive, aren't you? You bunch of liars. She didn't have to die if it wasn't for you guys. How dare you? Wait, don't get close to. So stupid. So stupid. It's so stupid. This is dumb. Would have been alive if you stupid idiots, you fucking dumbasses. How could you behave that way towards adventurers? Leo was saved by them once, but then how could this have happened? So stupid. Okay, come on, move on. This doesn't add anything to the story. Oh, the sound of something's collapsing. It was a sound of wicked justice collapsing. Get back to on your feet. Damn it, goals, I need help. Right before everything was swallowed up by darkness. A whispered response towards a question that can't be answered resonated. Okay, we're going to number 3. Oh, shit. I had a dream. The sun was setting and I saw her standing in front of the twilight. I tried to extend my hand but I couldn't reach her. Her lips moved while all I could do was watch. Leon. She called my name as if she wanted to say something. Audie. Where am I? It's our home. Kaguya, finally you are awake. Get up, get yourself prepared. Evelyn is not going to wait for us. Nazia has already left. We should get going too. Why? Huh? After all that's happened, why can you act like everything's fine? We have lost tons of people. We have even lost someone whom we once saved, and we got a stone thrown at us for that, and Audie is dead. How can you still pretend like nothing's happened? You idiot. What? The moment you start bearing justice, you are damned to be prepared to be criticized, talked behind your back, rebuked, and see as a sack face. We have all been prepared, but apparently you won't. You are the newest member of our family, and you just won't prepared. Nothing more, nothing less, Rue Leon. I've always been telling you this, you fool. I have been telling you that it's impossible to protect and save everything and everyone you see. It's not like we aren't shocked by what we are facing now. However, if we are prepared to be to a certain extent, we can accept it. How can we call it prepared and expected sacrifice of justice? That's not justice. At least it is in the Lady Astrea. That's not the shape of justice she wants us to believe in. Face reality, understand how things work in the world. One will be forced to make an important decision, but you aren't there just yet. No matter how powerful you are, you have got the weakest heart among us. You are too pure and immature. How dare you say that, Kaguya? What are you doing? And Leon, you just woke up. Calm down. Tell me, Elise, were you prepared for sacrifice as well? Can you accept the death of your friend as something unavoidable? Please tell me, what's the justice we have all been fighting for? I didn't think I have answers to your questions that you would be convinced with. Leon, I didn't want to hear your apology. All I wanted was for you to prove me wrong. I expected you to smile, take my hand, and help me get up. You were a bit too straightforward on that one. That immature brat won't be able to accept it. It will discourage her. But you shouldn't. I understand that we should treat this day like every other day. I should smile, be cheerful, and be honest to myself. But by being honest, I wasn't able to lie to Leon. I didn't want to. You two are truly depressed, and I'm glad I decided to stay here. I'll chase after Leon. You're coming with me, Kaguya. We two can walk around as if we are on patrol as we search for the lost child. Then I should tag along. You should stay with Naza and others as a commando captain. By the time we get back, I expect to see you get back to normal. I agree. That serious look on your face you got right now doesn't suit you. I'll come up with a better way to define justice for Leon as I mark the evilists. I'll be clothed in clear, just, and beautiful light. I didn't ask you for that much anyhow. Anyway, don't worry about Leon. We'll take care of it. How miserable. I was impulsively running away like a child. This is meaningless. I see that you have all gathered around. Everyone, listen to your commander. Right now we have a shortage of people. The guild workers and volunteers are in charge of curing the wounded and taking care of the corpses. Meanwhile, we will fight with all our might against evilists. All of you who can fight, just consider yourself as a shield of the people. Roger that. Shakti has lost her sister, but she's back to work as if nothing has happened. Let me remind you again, give no mercy to our enemy. Don't be a fool like Adi was. What the? Ollie's deserved death for being merciful. She died in an attempt to save both the enemy and her allies. She's a complete fool. Our enemy has no hesitation with self-explosion. Slay them immediately if they can't be arrested alive. I won't let any of you follow Ollie. Roger that. Go on. Are you on your own? You shouldn't be out here alone. You should go back to where Elise is. What are you saying just now? Did Audie deserve death? Was she a complete fool? I mean, she was. The fuck would you try and be merciful? Child or not, doesn't matter. She contributed to losing an opponent head count of a high-class adventurer by showing mercy to an enemy. I've been warning her all along to not let personal feelings get in her way. I've been telling her that we are no gods. I've heard about the pickpocket incident too, Leon. At first you were against all this idea of a perfect world too, weren't you? There was no perfect world in a warrior. I would do whatever it takes to keep all my men alive, even if that meant challenging Audie's faith. I would use my sister's death as a lesson to overcome this. That's my way of defining justice. Is that justice, is it? No, I don't admit it. I just can't. As Audie's sister, how dare you speak that way about... Am I making a mistake? I'm not supposed to prove that my sister was wrong. Leon's words are absolutely right, isn't it? You chose to live tomorrow instead of listening to the dead. All you did was choose a path. I chose a path. I would go against her will to prevent any more sacrifices. Tell me, how many more sacrifices do we have to make? How many more sacrifices does it take for me to show my apology towards her? That's tough. Do something about it quick. At this rate, we... Calm down. Necessities are to be distributed. Just don't jump to the gun and do anything stupid. We have helped the citizens that gathered around the gate escape. I'll leave the rest to you guys to handle. Thank you. I have a question. Do you really think that we, the city of Aurora, could win this war? We, the adventurers, will try our very best, and we need your cooperation on this. Those from the guild are extremely anxious, and we can't confidently tell them we can win this war. It's a shame we can't even guarantee safety to the townspeople. That's how great the devastation and despair that night had brought into this town was. It rewarded our hopes who thought of this as a demon. Astrea, Lord Holmes, what are you doing here all on your own without any accompaniment by anyone? I'm sure you understand the current situation. You are the commander of the Familia. What are you talking about? Ledith, our former captain, is gone. You are the new captain now. One to Gareth and the others are... Shut up, you little brat. No, you are not in a condition where you can wield a sword at the moment. but I must join you guys in fate. You're about brat who's only got an experience fighting monsters. Let the veterans handle this. If you're talking about experience, even Finn can't claim himself to be better than me. Can't you trust your superior's role? Take care of the fear. We take the refugees away. I'm sick of hearing people crying. Also, Anna Kitty shouldn't be fighting in the front. I'm not allowed to fight. No, to stand in the front lines. This is a battle which people like me would stand a chance. I'm scared. All I can do is run away. Is this what the dark area is about, Captain? Where do you think you are going? I'll go back to the Central Park. I must go there and see it for myself. What's out there instead of waiting for the news. It'll help me in the future if I study the layout of this battlefield. How could you be so calm? I always knew you were brazen-faced. I have seen those blue eyes of yours for years, but I still don't get you. How can you act like this? Honestly, I'm scared. Predator and Silence from Zeus and Hera Familiar have fallen into the dark side. It's a nightmare. 9 familiars disappeared. There are tons of familiars with a guard, but no children. The situation in Aurora can't get any worse. You're right, Lumen. The situation is bad, and our enemies are our worst nightmare. Aurora is facing an intense challenge now. However, that's why we don't have time to be grieving. Raise your head and stop crying. I'd keep bragging about my confidence if that could prove hope. Tell me, Lumen, who else can change the fate right now besides me? If a braver can't bring bravery to Aurora, then who could? It's got to be you. You're the only one who can brighten the city with the light of hope, braver. Only a first-class adventurer can stand up against Zeus and Hera. Tell me, Finn, you can lead us to victory, can you? We can defeat the most fearful monsters of Aurora, right? We won't lose. Losing means the end of Aurora. We need every firepower we have got, and we need him. Fells? The Finn can't be stopped. Jeez, Otald is on a rampage. He got bodied by fucking Zod and now is pissed off beyond belief. I'm taking it out on small flies, huh? How miserable it makes me sick. You're letting your enemies stow things up. You have just run out of your battleground like a wild boar. Go away, you're distracting me. Where do you think you are going? I'm going to kill Zod. In that condition, it doesn't matter. I see you. Then die. What's this about? You know you're going to lose if you challenge the enemy now. Either that armored dude kills you or I do. It's the same, let me own Exilia if you are willing to give up your life on nothing. And I'll smash that armored dude. What happened to you? You are pathetic. Since when did those round legs of yours become fragile? Since when did your huge body become so weak against my spear? Tell me that this is a joke, or tall. The one I wanted to defeat someday is not some kind of wooden doll like you are right now. I swore myself I'd defeat you one day and become the mightiest king, and for that I've sacrificed everything in my life. I didn't give up on that crap for this. Get up, there's nothing going to be no mercy for you. You're going to fight with us until the end this time. Whoever remains standing will crush that man and woman of Zeus and Hera. We can let the brave will plan out how we fight this war. In the meantime, we kill each other. This is a folk reign. It's where a new Inhojar will be born to defeat those monsters. Alan, did you do all this just for me? Nonsense, I didn't do all this for you. It was all based on the will of our goddess. We need a hero of the next generation. Zeus and Hera will get what we owe them. We can't be more disappointed with you. You may as well just die regretting that you have disgraced your honorable goddess. I'll take care of that armored dude. This is between me and Zeus. They have defeated me, and I must fight back. It's got to be me. I must transcend him. I'll knock down that man. And just keep barking, come, let's do this. Well then, thank you all for watching part 1.